Looks like St. Louis, Missouri also needs a portable morgue for all of the overflow of dead bodies from drug overdose. This is a story out of the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. As drug deaths rise, St. Louis County may use portable morgue meant for disasters. The data compressor went out on the morgue coolers. Workers for the St. Louis County Medical Examiner's Office scrambled to move more than 20 bodies into a refrigerated trailer designed as a portable morgue for mass disasters. Furnished 5 years ago by a Homeland Security grant, the trailer was meant for anything from a plane crash or terrorist attack to an outbreak of a pandemic disease. It had gone unused all these years. The compressor that broke earlier this month was repaired the next day, but use of the refrigerated trailer may be a sign of things to come. The St. Louis County Medical Examiner is considering using the trailer to store the overflow of corpses in drug deaths. Fatal overdoses from heroin, fentanyl, and other opioids are surging. If this pace continues, St. Louis County's medical examiner, Dr. Mary Case, envisions hooking up the refrigerated trailer to her office power sources and using it as a makeshift morgue on an ongoing basis. I think it's very real possibility, she said. Our storage facilities are strained to the limit. The St. Louis County Medical Examiner's Office is in a single-story building, brown brick, George Gardner building on Helen Avenue near Airport Road and Interstate 170. Inside the building, the main cooler is stainless steel, where carts on wheels line the walls. The morgue has a capacity of 20 bodies, one per cart. A body is x-rayed and autopsied on the cart. Largely because of a surge in drug overdoses, the morgue typically is crowded, especially on weekends, as new bodies arrive and before autopsies are performed or funeral homes retrieve them for burial. Attendants make room by putting 2 bodies on a cart designed for one. Wow. A census sheet of the body count shows 24 days in May when more than 20 bodies were stored there. There were 2 days when 33 bodies were in the storage facility and 2 days with 29. The St. Louis County Medical Examiner's Office recorded 181 fatal overdoses last year, nearly double what it had done in 2010. Officials expect to surpass that number in 2017. Homicides are up also, although not as sharply. The county had 78 homicides last year, compared with 48 in 2010. On some weekends, there are times when we have no capacity for the bodies that we have, Case said. If that were on a daily basis, when that happens, we will have to refrigerate. We would have to have refrigerated trucks. Usually, refrigerated trucks are meant for mass disasters. They were used in Joplin, Missouri, when a hurricane killed 161 people. The New York City shut down the entire street to make room for rows of trucks to store remains of those killed at the World Trade Center. In a heat wave in 1995 that killed hundreds, Chicago brought in refrigerated semi-trucks to hold the bodies. The opioid tsunami. Case, 74, who began her career here in the mid-1970s, is a board-certified forensic pathologist and chief medical examiner for St. Louis County, as well as St. Charles, Franklin, and Jefferson counties. She has seen it all, but says that the opioid plague is surprising. When Case arrives at work each morning, she enters the morgue and looks at the board listing the new deaths. Some days I gasp because there are 7, 8, 9 cases, she said. It used to be we had 4 or 5 cases. That was an ungodly day. Not anymore. The list might say overdose, suicide, car accident, homicide. It used to be every few days there would be a drug overdose. Now, almost every day. Now, maybe half of the deaths are drug overdoses, she said. The refrigerated trailer, if it's parked nearby, would be a way to ease overcrowding without having to add on to the building. Worried that her staff handling bodies might be at risk of powder from the powerful drugs became airborne, Case this month requested that the county train them to use Narcan, an opioid antidote. Heroin-related overdose deaths in the United States have more than quadrupled since 2010, according to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention. Coroners and medical examiners across the country struggle to keep up, using a refrigerated trailer meant for mass disasters to handle the surge in drug deaths isn't such as a stretch, Case said. We have a mass casualty of drug overdoses in this country. Only it's not all at once, Case said. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention, in a report on the U.S. opioid plague, said 52,404 people died in the U.S. in 2015 from drug overdose, compared with 47,055 deaths in 2014. The drug overdose death rate increased significantly in the last few years, from 12.3 deaths per 100,000 population in 2010 to 16.3 in 2015, the report says. Dr. Brian L. Peterson, Chief Medical Examiner in Milwaukee County, Wisconsin, is president of the National Association of Medical Examiners. Virtually every medical examiner's office and toxicology lab in the United States has felt the impact of the opioid tsunami, Peterson said. The sheer number of drug cases is threatening acceleration of offices across the country, Peterson said. The association have work overload standards. An office is considered deficient if a pathologist performs more than 250 autopsies a year. If the pathologist performs more than 325 autopsies a year, the office would get provisional accreditation at best, he said. Nationwide, at least 4 offices already dropped to provisional accreditation because of the bigger caseload, Peterson said. I expect the trend to continue, he added. There's also an extreme shortage of forensic pathologists, Peterson said. There are about 400 working across the country and 900 are needed. Filing that void isn't easy. Peterson said only 30 or 40 people finish their fellowships each year. Not all of them will go into full-time forensic pathology. With low staffing numbers expected, retirements, and increased caseloads, the situation in forensic pathology is truly dire, Peterson said. Locally, if the burgeoning caseloads continues, Case said she might need to hire 2 additional pathologists. Her staff includes 3 full-time pathologists, 1 part-time pathologist. Because of the long-held policy in the office, they run toxicology tests and perform mostly external exams, but not a full autopsy. When evidence points to an obvious drug overdose, We don't have the manpower to do it, Case said. Some offices across the county have turned to hire guns to work the temporary fill-ins to perform autopsies. They are in high demand. Offices from Kansas to Hawaii are advertising for help. A busy medical examiner's office in Reno, Nevada offered to pay up to $1,200 a day, plus travel and hotel costs. About 30 counties are advertising for this temporary fill-in physician help, Peterson said. In Dayton, Ohio, Montgomery County is considering hiring a forensic pathologist from Florida who would fly in for 5 days and perform 4 or 5 autopsies a day on people who died of drug overdoses, said Ken Betts, director of the coroner's office there. Wow. Woo, this thing is bad, y'all. It is bad. Betts said his office is on pace to handle 700 to 800 drug overdose cases this year, compared to 371 in all of last year. The population of Montgomery County is about 500,000, or half that of St. Louis County. It's terrible, Betts said, of the climbing drug deaths. My staff is tired, overworked. His county converted to a garage to additional freezer space a year and a half ago, brought 2 refrigerated trailers at $46,000 each, and has rented space in funeral homes. Wow. Woo. Wow. This is deep. Dealing with a surge. The city of St. Louis has enough storage space. St. Clair County has no issue either storing its body at the hospital. Madison County uses a refrigerated crypt in Wood River that normally has adequate space for 12 bodies, but sometimes is crowded by victims of overdose. Stephen P. Nunn, coroner of Madison County, said he might consider adding another refrigerated unit inside the morgue. In Berkeley, the 16-foot-long refrigerated trailer Case consider using was given to the county about 5 years ago as part of a Homeland Security grant through St. Louis Area Regional Response System. The trailer cost $35,000, but was stocked with thousands of dollars worth of equipment, such as cameras for identifying bodies, knives, and other autopsy gear. Kay said she would use the trailer first before renting an 18-wheeler truck trailer like the ones New York City used after 9/11. Another option, Kay said, might be to convert space in the office building for a cooler. The refrigerated trailer behind her office is identical to trailers from the same grant that are parked in St. Charles, St. Clair, and Madison County. If, God forbid, there's a terrorist attack, then all trailers would be delivered down there, she said. Told the county might use the trailer for drug overdose surge. That's fine, do it. He said he doesn't want the gear brought for terrorism response to go unused. Man, I tell you what, I do not envy these people. I wouldn't want to do that job. Putting my hands on the junkies and you don't know if they got powder on their clothes. I would never want to deal with that. Before getting the trailers, the Regional Response System Mass Fatality Planning Group in 2010 had discussed all sorts of scenarios where the bodies could pile up quickly, such as an earthquake along the new Madrid Fault, severe weather events, and if a mass disaster were to strike a county morgue. However, nowhere on the group's radar was the thought that drug overdoses might surge so much that the trailers would be needed, said Madison County Deputy Coroner Roger Smith, who was co-chair of the panel. The number of overdose deaths have brought a dramatic, we've never seen. Oh, wow. So, oh, it's showing the body count. May 1st. Now, they said it has a 20 body capacity. If you look at May 1st, all the way down, there's times they went well over 20. Wow. They are dropping like flies. Wow. I would never want to do that job. I know they get paid well, but I still wouldn't want to do it. Heroin opiate deaths, St. Louis County. And then it shows their homicides. Yeah. And if you look at all the counties, St. Louis County, they got the most drug deaths. I mean, that is deep. They got like several, some of them got like 3, 4 trailers, and they got them trying to make room inside of the morgues. I just couldn't imagine doing that. And just being a coroner or a medical examiner, that's really not a big profession that a lot of people go into. So I would imagine it will always be hard for them to find people. Okay, now that's what it looks like, y'all. That is scary. That's a trailer and it gets packed because of all the dead bodies. Please leave your comments and subscribe, and if you can donate to this channel, please do. Peace, family.